So, you know.
Uh-oh. Hey. We tuned in?
Live and in color.
All right.
If you were here, you'd know.
We recording, Ursula.
That we're
I still
in
sound
color.
kind of echoey. Get closer. Yeah, I still sound like I'm talking from afar. There we go.
That's better.
A little bit better. Yeah, a little bit better.
The smooth sounds of Q the Messenger.
I don't know about that, Shane. You got the radio voice.
Got the face for it too, but y'all won't know that either.
That is true. I got the TV face. You got the radio
TV face
voice.
and the radio voice coming at you.
Look, we make
What a team.
Hey, we make a whole unit.
We make it between the two of us.
Yeah, between the two
we
of
can
us.
show
Shane.
up.
Yep, we can. Man, why is he talking?
Q says they
about the
only keep me
table?
around because I could talk to the police.
Uh-huh.
I can't talk to the
see
police.
that.
I can't
see
talk to the
that.
police. Yeah.
I
you better follow that
talk
script.
to the police.
Yeah.
Usually works out good. No, you cannot
You know
talk
what
to
to
the
say,
police.
Shane.
No,
You know what to
me
say.
and police, we don't get along.
I can give them the secret code.
Yeah.
My white privilege.
I'm with him.
Yeah.
I'm with him.
They
But
set us all
Serve it
down.
up.
When we're 17, they set us all down. They give us the set of codes and the few things, and then we learn about our privilege.
Spill it. You're laughing, but I believe there is a code. No,
I
listen.
think that there are people who really do believe that.
I'm
think
one
there
of
are
them.
really people
I
who
think they
believe
set you
That
down and
with a wink
said,
and a nod, I can get something
yeah.
because of my whiteness.
Yeah.
White maleness,
Right.
specifically. Not necessarily white maleness.
Not that there were necessarily a
there's-
set of, rules that were written down, but maybe patterns that you witnessed in other white men in your family or circle, social circle or whatever.
Oh,
Damn,
how
we
you
coming
couldn't
out
deny
swinging.
that. We are coming out swinging.
Yeah, we
Okay.
did. You started it.
That's right. Yeah,
He
no
did
worries.
start it. We covered out
No
swinging.
worries.
I ain't even
He
introduced our
came out
guest
the
yet,
box
Shane.
with white privilege.
Yeah, he did.
That's true.
Shane,
I did start.
turn
didn't I?
down, dude. Turn down.
Hey man, hang on. Let me get a.
Pump the brakes, bro. Let's get a
I might need to step out into the hall.
introduction, Shane.
Dang.
It came out the
Swing.
It came out the gate swinging. Oh my goodness!
Wait a minute. I was just trying to throw a joke in there.
But that wasn't
And
a
it
joke.
got taken
Yeah, it
out of
didn't
hand.
land. Yeah.
It didn't land. No,
Because
no,
I was
no, no.
like, well, what is it?
It is fun to
Spill
talk about
the
those
secrets.
things, though. But it is fun to talk about those things because
I
how do
agree.
you know how hair extensions get put in unless you find out?
You ask. Yeah.
That's one way
The
to find
right
out.
person
That's
under
one
the
way to
right
find out.
circumstances
That's one way to
with
find
permission.
out. Sure.
Yeah. We
But
can
if
talk
you
about
ask
it.
first, go ahead and
Kevin
go ahead
Dowden us
and
in over there. Y'all keep talking. I still
You know.
sound weird, Kevin. To me, I do. I don't know how I'm sounding to y'all. How am I
I
coming?
feel like
through?
I'm on your. You sound all right.
All right. Okay. Good.
Yeah, no, I think you sound all right.
If you like it, I love it, Shane.
All righty. This is gonna be a fun episode. I can already tell.
You wanna?
Should we get it started?
Let's go, bro.
Open it up.
Yes, sir.
Coming to you now from deep in the bowels of Huntsville, Alabama, here at that 86 Kids studio
Oh.
with my co-host Q the Messenger, our illustrious producer Kevin the Boss Man Richardson.
Yeah.
They call me Shane the Brain. Well, this is Vendor Chronicles. Let's go.
Let's go. Today we are gathered here for a special occasion. We got our beautiful and lovely guest, Ursula.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
I got an introduction for you.
Ursula.
You
I
do?
hope this make you smile.
Oh, let's hear it. Hold on.
wanna hear it?
Let me cross my legs.
Yeah, cross it. Get prepared. Prepare
Okay,
yourself.
I'm ready.
This is famous right here.
Yeah.
Q
yeah.
does
see
a-
it.
yeah, I can't
Okay,
wait.
today we got a guest who represents discipline, identity, and transformation, not just in business, but in culture. We're sitting down with Ursula, the owner of Loctivated by Ursula.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of the bit.
That's it.
Loctivated.
Loctivated.
Are you Loctivated today?
Right.
A certified micro lock specialist right here in the Huntsville area.
Mm-hmm.
She's not just doing hair, she's certified, trained, and part of a professional network of micro lock specialists helping clients through installations, maintenance, and repairs or reties. It says repair,
Both.
but repair and retie. Okay. Her brand messaging says it all. Come unlock your superpower.
That's right.
Elevating crowns one retie at a time. And that tells me this goes deeper than just hairstyles. So before we even get started, I got some real questions too.
Okay.
And I guess we're going to get to those as we go along because I know nothing about hair, women's hair. And
I don't know how you can say
and,
that.
And I mean, my wife comes home beautiful.
Right.
So
you know how much it costs.
Let me paint a picture.
You know how much it costs.
I do know that too, but let me paint a picture.
You probably got the price list memorized, but other than that,
through my wife has micro locks.
Right.
And
beautiful
that's how
set
we
of
got
micro locks.
Introduced to her tonight through my wife. So I just know when she come home and I know how much it costs.
She's had her retie.
And I know it looks good.
Right.
And that's it. That's all I know.
That's all we need to know.
Well, we can talk about it.
So,
but it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. And I bet I know more than you, Shane.
I'm sure you do.
I don't know.
And I don't know much.
Shane has known an Ursula, so he might know a little more than you get.
Shane has.
How you know?
No, Ursula. Speaking of which, that's a good segue into this next thing. So I like the name Ursula, so I had to look up the meaning.
Let's hear it.
Sound kind of funny. I don't like the way. So the meaning and origin. There we go. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay, the meaning and origin of Ursula.
Smooth.
The origin is Latin. Correct me if I get any of this wrong. You know, root word Ursa means bear.
Mean bear. Wait a minute.
Bear like bear like
BEAR.
Grizzly Maul.
Not BARE.
BEAR. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
One never knows.
Grizzly.
Okay.
Polar. Kodiak.
Right.
Black. let's land there. Okay. But the meaning is little bear. Okay. The little bear meaning isn't soft.
Brown.
It's actual powerful. Brown.
More brown than black.
Okay. So we got strength.
You know.
Bear. Bears are symbols of power and resilience. We got protection, especially feminine protection, like a mother bear.
Right.
Independence, moving on your own path. And then we got grounded energy, calm but dangerous when necessary.
That's it. That's my name.
So, welcome to Vena Chronicles.
Thank you.
Our beautiful guest, Ursula.
Thank you for the
Lovely to
invite.
have you here.
I'm glad
I am
you're
excited
here,
to be
Ursula.
here tonight. Thanks for the invite.
I'm glad you showed up. You
You didn't think I was going to show up?
You never know.
Never
You
know.
never know.
Well,
You never
Especially
know.
you never met
I
neither
try
of
to
us,
say
even
yes
though my
to
wife,
things.
is a client of yours,
Right.
but you still just never know.
You're the second person I've heard say that recently. I try to say yes to things.
Yeah, something I've never done before.
Mm.
Let's try something new.
Try something new.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's how you grow, right?
I would
agree.
honestly say, and this is not, trying to toot our own horn or be braggadocious, but most people that come down here, they really enjoy themselves.
Well, I enjoyed myself before it came down.
Correct.
We've not had
We had a
anybody
good
that said
time.
they did it.
They
that
did
was
not
terrible.
have a good time.
Okay.
They at least lied to us. So there you go.
Correct. Correct.
Nobody's stormed off set.
And
in the
I just
middle.
think they're telling the truth, though.
I think so. We always have a good time.
Yeah.
We've not had a single guest here that I didn't enjoy talking
I
to.
think did not have a good time.
Well, I'm sure I won't be
So-
the first.
Yeah, we've already talked for an hour or so. I think
Right.
this is going to be, we're good. But we're going to go, viewer discretion is advised.
And is.
Adult content is to come. And when I say adult
It
content,
is.
I don't mean the words that we use, but we're going to explore some subjects I already know. We already started talking about white privilege, so there you go. But the first thing I want to know,
White privilege. Are we staying on that?
we can if you
We
want
staying
to.
on that topic?
You want to go with it?
You think
All right.
white privilege?
Shane is white, if you guys didn't know.
Oh, they know.
Everybody else here is black or of color. Everyone else here is of color.
Shane, this is the minority down here. Like, you usually are, though, Shane. You are the
In
minority
this
in the
circle,
room,
yeah, I
typically.
usually am.
I mean, not just here, but most of the time. If it's just me, you, and Kevin, you the minority.
Correct.
Out of the three core,
it's not-
the
that's-
core group.
That's not necessarily a new thing for me. I've talked about some of my experiences in high school playing basketball. I was often certainly the minority, sometimes the only white dude there. Period. So I'm fairly comfortable, I guess. I think I'm often more comfortable than other people are with my presence. Does that make sense? I think I'm often more comfortable in a situation where I'm the minority than sometimes people are like, oh.
So,
It's funny when
Ursula,
you're.
do you think white privilege exists?
Absolutely.
What does that mean
Absolutely. It's like the status quo, It's how do I define white privilege? Because when you have been the observer of white privilege, you would probably be better at defining what white privilege is than all I know is the absence of certain privileges.
to you? Like what? Like give an example.
Okay, hold up, Shay.
Sure.
Do you think white privilege exists?
Here's what I think. I think, first of all, I mean, if you just want a simple, if it's got to be a
just
simple yes or no question, yes,
Okay,
for sure.
So
yes.
we all agree that it is. It's not nothing we just make up. Black people, when I say we, black people just saying, "Oh, that's white privilege."
Well, here's the thing. There's all kinds of privilege. It depends on where you were, okay? And, you know, as a white person who has often been in a position of being the minority, I've also seen black privilege. When I'm the only white guy on the basketball team, do I have to play twice as hard as the black guy?
Wrong answer. Wrong answer, Shane.
That's a question. It wasn't an answer. Nobody gave an answer. That's my question. Do I have to play twice as hard as he does? The answer was no.
Depends on who
I
owns
never
the team.
I never played for a coach that was unfair. You know, the coaches that I played for were always more interested in winning the game. And I think you find that in sports more often than you do in real life. They were more interested in winning the game.
Especially at a high level.
Well, this was not a high level. No,
This was
I was
high
on the team. I was on the team, Q. So how high could it have been? You know what I'm saying? Well,
So you was on the bench.
No, I played. I got especially.
Okay.
Yeah,
You got some play time.
I wasn't a starter. I started JV. When I moved up to varsity, I didn't start, and then I quit playing in my junior year when we moved to Eva, Alabama, and I was more interested in getting a job and having money than I was in playing ball.
You know what I've witnessed,
But anyways, let's
though?
go back to white privilege because it's an interesting
What
conversation.
I've witnessed is that black people as a community are always very welcoming of other races. We have this
Oh,
thing
most
we
definitely.
do where we just
You invited to the
embrace
cookout.
and welcome, right?
Mhm.
Until you aren't, until you get kicked out. But you're
Not
you're
Not
kind
true.
of welcomed by default.
Not true.
I think so.
I think so too.
would
That's
agree with
been
that.
my
It depends on the
experience.
community. It depends on the community.
We talking to black
We're
community.
talking about the black community in general.
There are a lot of nuances. There are as many nuances when you say the
So you
black
got
community
mistreated, like on
as
the
you do
basketball
white-
team.
No,
when
no,
you-
I've never been. I mean, I've been mistreated. Of course, we've all been mistreated.
Yeah.
Have I been mistreated because I'm white? Sure. Did it scar my
By
life
black
forever?
people.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of human nature.
I thought it was more proximity though. You're gonna be mistreated by who you're around mostly.
True.
If you're going to be, and if you're different than the
Typically,
people
by
that you're around,
proximity.
then that's going to be, you know, if you weigh 350 pounds, you know, everybody's going to call you tiny or whatever it is. If you're the only white guy in the room, then you're going to be called the cracker or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, no matter what that
I don't know
is.
about cracker
Were you
shade.
picked
Maybe white
on?
boy.
Or was it
We ain't
malicious?
never called nobody a cracker.
There's been there's been some malicious stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not whining. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I'm trying to
yeah.
be real careful here because
Well, I'm interested in your experience, right? Because I haven't been in your shoes.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay, that's enough. No, I'm just kidding.
No. It doesn't make me uncomfortable. I'm just trying to
Okay.
make sure that if am I going to be, for instance, how often am I in on the joke? When you talk about white privilege, I think a lot of what people of color, whatever term we want to use, black people, whatever, is most appropriate. I think people often think of it like that. He's in on the joke.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that exists in a lot of different cultures. It so happens that traditionally in this country, white people controlled the purse strings. And we've been in the majority when it comes to politics up until the, 70s, 80s, 90s, whenever it was. Very recently, white people have made the decision in this country. And so if you were already white,
They still do, sure.
when you see another person that looks like you, no matter what color you are, you're going to lean towards that person more because we lean towards what we're like. And I think that that's probably, in this day and age, the extent of white privilege. Now, Ursula, I've not asked your age. I'm much too much of a gentleman to do that.
Oh, I don't mind.
Okay.
I'm 51.
I'm 54.
Okay.
Okay. So we're very close to the same age. So
I know, right?
I think
Black
part
don't
of
crack.
Black don't crack.
that's been a recurring theme, hasn't
I
it?
mean, it's true.
I wouldn't have said you were 51, by the way.
I wouldn't have gave her
honestly-
51.
No, I would not
and,
have.
And I
I'm not
consider
going.
myself a good judge of age.
Yeah, I'm not going to say what I was going to think because I don't want to sound like I'm lying.
What
but
you
there
thought?
go.
What you think, Shane? Give it. Come on. We
I-
practicing transparency.
I would have said.
Right.
I would have said 40 at the outside.
I'll
I would
take
have
that.
said-
Thank
I
I
you.
would have
would've
said
said-
my age, 40, 41.
Yeah.
My age.
So you remember different things.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine some of the things that you remember seeing and being exposed to and being, what's the word, committed, having done to you, whatever. 51 years ago, things were very different. Things were very different. And if you want to talk about white privilege.
Let me tell you how different they were.
Okay.
Let me give you, because I think we're being kind of nebulous. So let me bring it down to a particular example.
Sure.
I remember being in junior high school, and it was a class called the humanities class, right? We just talked about a lot of different subjects and history and art and that sort of thing. My class was given an assignment. One of the assignments, it was one of the questions on, this multiple choice, and there was an essay question. And the essay question was, describe a day in the life of a person living in the 19th century. And I said, I have a question. I would have been a slave, late 18th, 19th century.
If you lived in United States, in America.
And it was humanities for, we were in the Americas, for this particular test. And so I said, do you want me to answer the question as if I were a slave? Or do you want me to answer the question as if I were a white person? Either one is offensive. But the fact that she didn't consider how that question would land to people of color or students of color in her classroom is what I would call white privilege, or entitlement is probably a better term. And she took offense and I think it was a reasonable question to ask. And I asked
that's a very reasonable
she didn't see it. And she sent me to the principal's office. And I told her she should probably meet me there, right? So when I get to the principal's office, I tell him the same thing. She proceeds to, explain her point of view, which was, it's a question, you got to answer it. And I'm thinking, how? How do you want me to do that, right? And I asked for an alternate assignment. Long story short, they called my mom, who taught me, she and my father, to recognize microaggressions, racism. And so when it was pointed out to my mother had the same issue I had. So I say that to say a lot of time, and it's very similar to when we were taken to, did you grow up in the South?
No.
Okay.
I moved down to the South when I was 13.
They would take us on field trips to plantations. Yep. They would take us on field trips to cotton fields.
Yep. Brown paper bag of cotton.
And I would stay on the bus. And tell my parents about it, when I got, and these were just everyday things. They didn't consider children of color, or how we would feel, or how that would, the optics of it, or the trauma of it. Fast forward to today, I don't know of one Black person in America who doesn't jump or have this sense of dread if they see blue lights in their rearview mirror, or, a cop is gaining on them in the car. And I would say most people would have a little, they would flinch, but I don't know if it would be the same level of dread. That's it. Just a couple of examples from the past, from my youth to present day.
I think that was a good story to explain just how white privilege, when we say that a lot of times, we're saying that it's because that's the standard.
Right. The status quo.
The status quo, which we go by.
Right. And it should be for everybody.
So I got to put my white voice on when I get pulled over by the police. Right. I can't be who I am.
And you can't be angry.
I got to put my white voice on.
And you better not be aggressive.
That's another part of, I guess, what we saying when we say the white privilege. Not that we can't go out and do the same things that white people are doing in today's time. But that
kind of have to wear a mask.
You make a real good point, like with that teacher, how she didn't even consider the point of a slave in the early 1900s. Her standard was looking from the lens of a white person.
Right.
Not from the lens of a Black person. But
Exactly.
That's a good story.
We're ready to switch subjects?
I have questions. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Are you ready to switch subjects? Are you uncomfortable?
No. I'm not uncomfortable.
I'm going to make you uncomfortable.
Ooh, let's try.
Oh, yeah? I'm going to try and do it kindly, though.
Okay.
So I have questions because
Yeah.
we've talked about some of these things ad nauseum.
Yeah, we talk about race.
Why would you ever be angry or aggressive towards a cop? Be quiet, Q.
I wouldn't.
You do it just because you
personally.
want to. Right.
No.
You wouldn't personally.
Yeah.
So let me say this.
No,
Let me say
because-
this, Shay. So let's say this cop finna write you a ticket for $200. Your
Okay.
last $200 in the bank. Civil
Okay.
forfeiture.
Okay.
You haven't harmed nobody. You not fit to be upset about it when he fit to come rob you at gunpoint. I don't have a right to be upset.
Here's the thing.
Man, I got to put food on my table.
Here's the thing. First, yeah,
I'm asking a question.
So we can.
I look at it like civil forfeiture.
Okay, and I understand that you do.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how you look at that particular law, that particular statute, that particular whatever it is that's going on, there comes a point when pragmatism becomes much more important. And arguing with a cop on the side of the road is not going to do anything but make your situation worse. Being an asshole to a person, because behind that badge, there is a person there. He may be a dick, but it is a person. That's somebody's next door neighbor. There's a cop that lives in my neighborhood. And if you're an ass to him or her, they're going to be an ass back to you. And the whole point of being nice to a cop when he or she pulls you over is much more about pragmatism. We often blame these things on race.
Hold on.
I've
Let
been
me
pulled
stop
over
you
because
right
of
there.
being black.
And the only reason I'm going to say hold on is because I want to address the cop's reaction to the person in the car. If
Doesn't
the person in the
matter.
car, it does. Because I think that we've seen police officers are more likely to shoot to kill a person of color they're aggravated with or upset with, rather than a white person who does something. They're more likely to run and tackle them, take them to Burger King after they shoot up a church of black people,
Shoot up a church of black people.
Mr. Producer, do me a favor.
or pull a taser.
Look up 2025
You know?
stats. How many black people were killed by police officers in the United States, and how many white people were killed
Well,
by
we
police
really
officers
have to
in the
go
United States
beyond
in
when,
2025. But see,
This current administration, we've had too many other things to.
here's the thing.
I don't know if we'd have good stats.
Here's the thing. We often look at things from a anecdotal point of view, and we see things from the lens of not only our personal experiences but the personal experiences of our community, and we start adding in the color of bias, and we start adding in the slow down, bro, we got to do this twice tonight. But all right, here's an example that has nothing to do with race. Watch your kids. They're abducting kids all over the place. It's so unsafe nowadays. These days, so many things are happening. If you look at the statistics, there's never been a time in the history of the United States that we've kept statistics that children were safer from abduction by a stranger or a family member, but especially by a stranger, than right now. Statistically speaking, there's never been a time for kids to be safer. It's safer for a child to stand on the street alone by themselves now than 50 years ago for a child to go to school, statistically speaking. So when we start looking at big numbers, I think it's real easy to say, oh, look at that cop that murdered George Floyd. That's a tragedy. That's a tragedy. We've agreed on that.
Mm-hmm.
Does George Floyd hold any culpability? Of course he does. He still was murdered at the hands of a cop on the street while another cop mocked. That's a fact. We saw that on video.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see on video the one in Texas. We don't even know the white dude's name in Texas that almost exactly the same thing happened, except he resisted less than George Floyd did, and he was killed by the cops down there. The point being that we lean towards the biases that we and that the community that we spend our time with have. And if we start looking at statistics, is it statistically more likely that a black man is shot by a police officer in the United States in 2025 than a white person? Let's look.
Kevin got the numbers. So you saying when I get pulled over by a cop, I should put my white voice on, Shane?
I think you should speak in a respectful manner to the police
And what's
officer.
respectful?
Whatever is respectful to you.
Okay.
Or however the cop interprets respect, or if he even wants to hear respect.
Correct.
Exactly.
I got pulled over
Doesn't
2
matter what
months
you
ago,
say.
and the cop said I was rude. And I never cussed him. I never called him out his name. I just told him I just know my rights.
Let me tell you what I don't like. I don't like when we say, look what's happening to black men in the streets getting murdered by cops. And then we say, but white people get killed by cops too.
Mm-hmm.
We know that to be true.
Yes, that is true.
However, it's and I don't know if anybody else sees it. It's it starts as fear. It's the fear in the police officer's eyes. It's the rage that follows that's missing for me between the two cases. That I feel like a race plays a part in why Black men and women are often murdered by police officers. And I think that lends to, we were discussing earlier about misunderstanding one another, not spending time in each other's spaces, because that fear wouldn't be there, or that misunderstanding wouldn't be there if you knew more about, the other race, if white people knew more about Black people and vice versa. But I think we know about you guys because going back to the status quo, it has always been white beauty pageants. It's always been white models on the cover of magazines. It's always been white universities, but we had to have HBCUs and we had to have Black pageants and we had to have Black magazines to showcase our people just
Jet
because.
magazine.
Yeah.
I used to love the Jet as a kid.
I bet y'all did. Go to that centerfold.
Oh my goodness. I'm talking about I was a little perv. I used to love going to the swim. The beauty of the week in the Jet magazine. What happened to that? Golly.
Jet gone.
Jet gone.
I think Ebony is gone too, isn't it?
Oh my
Ebony
goodness.
gone.
Almost every magazines themselves are dead.
I was a little man.
So hard
To hang
numbers.
on by the
Hard
dictionary.
numbers, Shane. You got some numbers?
I can't quote the numbers. They're not on there.
All right, let's go with the numbers, Shane.
Overwhelmingly, Mr. Producer, you tell me if this is an honest statement based on what you've been saying. Overwhelmingly, the majority of people killed by police officers across the country, based on this Police Brutality Center website, overwhelmingly more white people are killed by police officers than Black. Am I right?
Especially this year.
Is that correct?
They killing y'all. They killing the white folks in the streets now.
Here's
Shane.
my point.
Pink Beard, Ice. Just a shameless plug for my favorite country music
Pink Beard
artist.
got a song called Ice. We was actually thinking
But-
about reaching out to him to get him.
You
we
should
did
on our
absolutely.
podcast. We did reach out to him.
Have you?
Did we ever reach out to him to see
Invite that man.
if he ever in Huntsville, could he come give us 30 minutes?
We made a quick reach out, and he wasn't available that particular time he was coming into town.
Yep. We want to have him.
Here's what I'm gonna say, and then let's move to another topic.
Yep.
Okay.
I agree.
We can beat this one all night.
We
It's going to take way too long.
there are
and we
more
ain't gonna
white
solve
people
it.
in America. It makes sense. that
No,
more-
statistically speaking,
Percentage-wise,
percentage-wise.
more
okay.
white people are killed by police officers than Black people.
Tragic.
So the one thing I would say about that is white people. Why aren't we out celebrating? Why aren't we out protesting? Making a bunch of noise. Why?
Y'all will be here soon.
Because we going to work. Oh shit. Okay, no, but listen.
They killing white people in the streets now, though, Shane. They not discriminating. Ice whooping everybody ass.
And that's been happening
and
for
Black
a
people
long
staying
time.
in the house.
And that's been happening for a long time.
Look.
We can talk about reasons
I
for
think
it.
the tables turned this, Shane. I'm sorry. It's a new year.
But statistically speaking, in the United States, it is not more likely that Black men will be killed by the police.
So this
than the white
leans
men.
into.
I'm not worried about getting killed by the police.
I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory, but
Uh-oh.
why do they make it a point to show us if what you say is true, and statistically we got the numbers right, we're going to say
that's an assumption that
we're going to say that's true. Why do they make a point to emphasize the brutality of Black people by police officers? Why is it so important for them to showcase that in the media and not let us know this particular statistic about it happening more to white people than Black people?
All right, you want
What's
to know
the point?
You want to know the big conspiracy?
What are they getting? What are
You
they
want to know
getting
the big
at?
conspiracy?
Yeah, let's talk about
You
it.
ready for it?
Let's go.
It's blatant racism.
On whose part, though?
Right.
Who?
It's racism.
On a systematic level? Like on the whole?
Being used for profit. If Black people and white people are constantly fighting with each other, then we're not paying attention
Agreed.
to
We're not
what's
unified.
really happening.
Agreed.
And so instead of saying X amount of
Agreed, Shane.
human beings were killed by police last year,
Americans
Wouldn't get a rise out of people.
instead of saying X amount of Americans were killed, X amount
which
of
would unify
young
us.
men, which would unify us, You know statistics on black men, and I know statistics on white men.
Keeps
and
us
ain't that some
divided.
bullshit? It keeps us divided because nobody will talk through what we looked up on I'mRight.com. Oh, look at me. More white people are statistically killed.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying?
We win. They
instead of-
killed more of us.
Instead of, no, they kill more of
Where's
us.
our trophy?
We die more.
That shit
And
fucked
so
up.
instead
God damn.
of talking about what the real issues are,
The real issues.
the real issues are not about how many people are being killed. I mean, let's be honest with you. Statistically speaking, how many young men are killed in the streets by cops? A very, very small number. Way smaller than are fixing to die in Iran if we don't stop
Right.
fucking up.
Right.
Way less people than died in, pick one. Which sandbox did we go and leave 5,000 American lives in last? Saudi Arabia? Where have we been? Iraq? Where have we been? Vietnam? For all these years, instead of the real issues, we're busy bitching about which one of us dies at the hand of police
The
more.
great divide.
We're
Keep
busy
us
bitching
divided.
about whether
right.
white privilege is real or not.
I
Our
agree.
comedians are busy telling jokes about how credit scores are white. Oh, don't be black. So what does that tell a young black man coming up? Well, I got to be black. I got to represent. Why would I have I got a 730? I can't have a 730 as a black man. I'm a disgrace. And so he or she comes up thinking that
That's a
they
respectable
have
score.
to act it. It would be a very nice score. It'd help you a lot.
Yes, sir.
It would help you through a lot in
You see
life.
how that's his low 730 shit.
That's my white privilege
That's your
right
white
there.
privilege.
Look, I checked the box. They didn't
I
have
got
the
a
box.
730
Perfect.
on your
Exactly.
black
I got a
Exactly.
But the credit bureau does not
I had
know
to think
who's
about
white.
it. I was stuck. I
I'm
was like,
fucking with you.
730.
Shane.
I know you are, but that's
That's a respectable score. Shane.
Black folks like
Everybody can't have
350.
a 800, Shane. Damn, we
Damn.
started at 730, 850.
Just the point being that I think the point is to divide.
I'm
us.
fucking with you. Shane.
No, I appreciate it.
That was a perfect example, though. Yeah, it was perfect.
That's one that gets me though because that's one that's always used, and that's one that is so impossible to base on race. The credit bureau don't know what color you are; it just knows whether or not you paid your bills. If you pay your bills on time,
I have been told
Your
that
credit's
I
good.
speak well,
you do speak well.
I agree.
but the inference was for a black girl.
Exactly.
See what I'm
and that's
saying?
For a black girl.
Because why wouldn't I speak well?
Yep. Just because
And
No,
at the
it
same
was
time-
it was the no. You have a what did they say? You have a
oh, you pretty for a black girl.
oh
You hear that one?
or dark skin.
Or
You're pretty
dark
for
skin.
dark skin. That's
That's
within
one
our own
thing black
community.
women face, yeah.
Mhm. You didn't know we had racism. We have sub racism.
Oh no, I'm
Colorism.
Colorism within our own community.
That's
Well,
one of the things that
typically,
white people don't know
if you
is
were-
that even within the
The lighter person got to be in the house.
non-white
Yep,
community,
stems from slavery.
I would have been in the field.
Mm-hmm.
well, the lighter person was probably
The daughter
Yeah.
the
of the
child
slave
you know,
master.
of the slave owner. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
saying, but it was colorism
No,
amongst
that's
us.
for
That's,
sure. Yeah,
that's how
yeah,
they
yeah.
kept us
And it
divided, kept us
perpetuated.
fighting amongst
Yeah.
each other, so we don't unite
It's
and go
still a
strangle
thing.
his ass in his bedroom while he slept at night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they in the house. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
you dark skinned. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
We've had these conversations ad nauseum,
yeah, we have.
Ursula, and the one thing
It's still
that,
a fun cover. I won't
It's
say
still
fun,
fun.
but it's good to talk.
no,
and
it's fun.
discuss.
It is fun if you can, do it.
If you open
in a
about,
fun
if
way.
you open
It's
to hear
necessary.
the different sides,
It's
and be
necessary.
respect- but
It's
it does.
very
It
necessary.
really doesn't happen
No,
on a large
Outside
scale.
of a podcast, and I think it may happen in smaller groups, in pockets
Mhm.
or in
Yeah,
the
but
nation.
it's-
But I wish that it would
but it's
happen.
private.
Yeah, it's very
comedians
It is very
more and
private.
more are willing to talk about.
as long as we're not so quick to cancel them because we're so quickly offended. Like I
Yeah.
think,
That's going away. I think,
freedom of
though.
speech
Freedom of
is
speech, yeah,
like almost all we got left. Let people say what they feel.
So listen, speaking of freedom of speech and white, black, I don't give a damn.
Mm-hmm.
Can we shout out Afro Man, please?
Oh yeah, let's give it up for
Afro.
Afro Man.
That performance
Man,
on
he
the
had
stand.
him on the stage crying.
Oh,
he
yeah,
had the
performance
fucking
on
cops
the stand
crying.
was amazing.
Oh.
Amazing. He kept his
Oh,
kept
my
his temper,
God.
kept his composure. He spoke like an educated man wearing that American flag suit.
I'm excited
that
for his
fucking
record
Amer-
sales,
no,
man, because we
man.
haven't heard
Look,
about Afro Man in a minute.
I've been singing. I've been humming Afro Man
Okay.
tunes for the past
Mhm.
week.
That was so
Because
great.
I'm like, shit. He done had a resurgence.
La, la, la,
Yep. It's the best thing that's happened to him.
Man, he had him
I'm
on.
gonna have to
He had him
change
on the
my
stand
ringtone.
crying. He had him on the stand crying. The one officer that said he got a biracial daughter. The one officer, because I guess his wife had a
I
kid,
love that argument.
kid before.
I got black
him.
friends. Don't ever go out there saying that, Shane, by the way.
And so,
My friend is black.
I got black friend. I'm not racist. My friend is black.
Never.
So basically, the cop said that my biracial daughter been asking me, "Is Afro Man my daddy?" Because he did a song saying that he was the kid's daddy. He knew the man had a biracial daughter. So the daughter coming up to him talking about, "Is Afro Man my daddy?" Afro Man fucked him up.
Yeah.
I got him bad.
But
He got him bad.
and this goes back. All right, so this goes back to another part of my theory when it comes to the cops.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of bad cops out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cops like lemon pound cake, whining. I gotta be honest,
Shout out
I
Afro
cannot-
Man. Shout out Afro.
Did you see him whining like a bitch on the
Man,
He
he had
looked
him
like
on
a
his-
little bitch.
He had him on
He
stage
looked like a
fried.
little bitch.
That motherfucker had to change
Clip where he
departments.
kept looking at the cake.
I loved it.
Afro Man did his
I
thing.
loved it. But there are a
Oh.
lot of cops out there. All right, so we all know about "Fuck the Police," the song, right? We all know about Afro, his things right now. You ever heard of a dude named Corey Smith?
Mm-mm.
Well, he's white as hell, so of course you wouldn't have. And he sings country-ish
I know white people,
folk
Shane.
music. I know you do. You know
Used to
me.
love
if nothing
Alanis
else.
Morissette.
I
But-
love white people.
But
Alanis Morissette got me through some heart breakups in college.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm an Alanis Morissette
the
fan
first
myself.
the first
Hard
album. I don't know about.
breakups.
You
What
know
was it called? Jagged Little
Jagged
Pill.
Little Pill? Do
Love
you
that
know
album.
the backstory about that?
No.
She was
I've never
14.
heard
He
it.
was 19.
What?
Yep. That didn't come out
Is
till
that one of the
years
songs?
afterwards.
Oh shit.
Wow.
No. But the
I'm trying to remember if
relationship-
that was in one of the lyrics of any
the
of her songs.
relationship that she was channeling. No, it wasn't in
How'd the
any
song
of it.
go?
Wow.
Jagged Little Pill.
Sing the song.
I want you to know. It's chick
Mhm.
music, man. It's
That
real chick
I-
music.
Be for you.
I wish nothing but the best for you both.
Mm-hmm.
What'd she say? No. Will she go down on you in a theater? Does she speak eloquently? And will she have your baby? And would she make a really excellent mother? Oh, it's
Yeah!
angry.
I'm about to go
chick.
check this shit
Yeah,
out.
I know
Oh
that
my
shit.
God,
Yeah.
Jagged Little Pill was
Have
my
you ever
shit.
have you heard the ghost track at the end of that song on the actual CD? If you have the CD and you listen to Jagged Little Pill,
Let me go find my
I know,
CD.
right?
Gotta go
Let it
find
play.
A CD.
A CD player.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
a compact disc, as it were.
You sing
a
it?
compact disc.
And you let it play, and it's like 30 seconds of nothing. Keep letting it play. It'll still keep on going. And then it comes into a secret hidden track on there, and it's a stalker track.
What?
She breaks into his house and
What?
takes a shower and lays on his bed and uses his cologne.
I know it's on
and,
YouTube
yeah,
somewhere.
it's a
It's gotta be
stalker.
on YouTube
Yeah.
somewhere.
What is it?
Gotta find
I ran to your house. I shouldn't be here without permission. That's like the lyric. Yeah. She stalks him and breaks into his house and lays on his bed. And she doesn't do anything terrible, but yeah.
She should have.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Shout out Alanis Morissette.
Shout out
Oh,
Alanis
I wasn't
Morissette.
expecting a duo out of you two.
Yeah.
That's pretty
that's
cool.
a
That
first.
was pretty nice.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
first.
okay.
That
We
was-
made
You and
it
I
a
sing
three.
together a lot.
That was
but
pretty
yeah,
good.
I like that.
But I get to be like
Yeah.
from the outside looking in.
Oh, that is
I get to see
yeah.
the
See,
moment. I'm
there
like,
you go.
I'm like, huh?
Is that how we look? Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't it amazing that the one thing that brings us together so much,
Music.
we so often discount?
Music?
You
Are
know,
you
one
talking
of the-
music, Shay?
Yeah. One of the things, Q, and I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but one of the things that first made me maybe look at you in a different light. I don't know. I'm kind of used to being around black folks, however that sounds. Whatever. I got black. I've always
But
had
you
black
looked at me in a different light.
Well, I saw you in a
Don't
different
say
light when
it.
I realized that we knew some of the same music on both sides of the culture.
Okay.
I knew some of the old music that you knew. Although I go, I'm
You're a little bit
older
more.
than
You're a
you.
little more
I'm older
French
than
too
you.
than I am.
And it might be a little
you're
bit more French. Yeah.
You get a
Yeah.
little bit more French.
But we both, we both appreciate a lot of the same stuff. Whether it's
good
quote
music is
unquote
good
white
music.
good
I don't
music,
give a
good
fuck what it
music.
is.
Yeah.
Good music is good music.
And
I can
Jagged
agree
Little
to
Pill.
that.
There you go.
Correct.
And I think that too often we don't focus on those similarities, and I think that we worry too much about. I don't know how to say it really. I think sometimes we almost hide our differences. Black people are going to keep black culture within the community.
Yeah, we got a
because
code switch around y'all.
You don't want to, of course. Yeah.
Well, you know why that is, Shane?
You wear a face.
We code switch. Shane.
It's
We code
because
switch.
before the internet and, newspapers and there were telephones everywhere, black people would come out with their music and not be able to get record deals. And then you see a little white group from Britain singing the same songs and getting all the credit and the awards for it.
Sure.
You know?
I mean, that's been tradition, but it's not the case today.
We have pariahs who like to steal our creativity, you know, our culture. Culture vultures is what we call them.
That's what we call them today.
And they rebrand it and
And
repackage it.
And of course, black culture is the only thing that's ever been stolen from. Nobody else, no other cultures have ever stolen. It's only black culture that's ever been stolen from.
So I see where I think you're trying to go, but why?
That's the same argument. That's the same argument as
what
saying
other culture?
We stole our
I don't want to
land
say
from
it's
the
worthy
Native
to steal
Americans.
from, but that's kind of
when
where
it comes
I'm going.
No, when it comes to entertainment, your culture is the richest that the world has ever known.
Fashion,
I don't know about fashion necessarily.
hair.
Worldwide fashion.
Even the Louis Vuitton logo was stolen from an African tribe. Did you know that?
Okay. Didn't nobody steal them
LV
lip saucers?
They're stealing the lips. They're called injections.
Yeah, the damn
and
that don't make it okay.
Tanning products.
And that don't make it okay.
And here's the thing: it's okay. Everybody wants to be black until it's time to be black.
And everybody wants to be white when the cops knock on the door.
Until
when
what?
they got to go to court. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing.
It's not the same shit.
It is the same.
How
Why
deep
Why
we into
is
this
that?
episode, man? We still
How
on
deep are
race.
we into this?
Let's switch gears. Tell us about locks, micro locks.
Good point.
How you
Good
get
point.
micro locks? Let's just start there. Give us your origin story into the.
So there are traditional locks. Most have seen that. If you know who Bob Marley is, that's probably the most popular.
What do you call
figure.
those? Traditional locks?
What Bob Marley had were traditional, but his were free forming. So traditional locks are evenly parted, pieces of Afro textured hair.
That's what I want.
That are allowed to form into a lock because the hair interlocks, right? And it grows long on its own. But he allowed his to free form, which means he didn't try to keep the parts
some big,
nice
some
and neat.
small. Yeah,
whatever it did, it did.
Whatever
right?
it did. You let it just grow.
And so recently, I guess, and I say recently, but around the 2000s is when micro locks or smaller traditional locks became more popular because women could wear them and we could style them sort of like loose natural hair, because with these we can put in ponytails, we can curl them, we can style them in,
like what you have today.
What I have today. But I have pipe
that?
cleaners in my hair, so you can't really see my hair. My hair is wrapped around pipe cleaners in a style.
Okay.
That's an advanced topic.
That's pipe cleaner locks.
Well, I have micro locks, but I have pipe cleaners around my locks to form another style because they have wire in them, right? So I can style the wire in my hair around them to have a different style.
So like you
appearance.
can make a loop like up top,
right?
And stuff like
right.
That.
I can make a halo. I can make a
correct.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's that
so
called?
It's just a hairstyle. It's just a hairstyle.
Just a hairstyle. It's not like a
micro lock
hairstyle.
styled.
Yeah, it's just a style.
Styled micro locks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You can wear them loose. Your wife, Cynthia, today had a ponytail, right? It would be hard or heavy if she had traditional or larger locks to have one big ponytail with her thickness. Her hair is really beautiful and thick.
Mm-hmm.
But with smaller micro locks, she can have 2 French braids if she wanted. She could have, she could curl them on individual rollers and have curly hair all over, give the look of a bob or a traditional roller set. So a lot of women like micro locks because they're more, you have more variety with the hairstyles.
So when did you start your micro lock journey?
I started he's been watching. Very good.
Well,
the journey, because it's a journey.
journey.
It is.
It's a journey.
It is a journey.
So did you start like ball?
No, I didn't. I had traditional locks for about 10 years at the beginning of 2000.
That's the free form that we talked about earlier.
It's not free form. I had individual parts, right? So I kept mine parted and neat and the same size all over.
Thicker than what you have now.
Yes, much thicker. Probably, hate to say diameter, but probably if you took, 3 pencils, held them together, they were probably that thick.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I grew them for about 10 years. And then I cut them off and I went loose natural, which means I didn't relax my hair. So when I say Afro textured.
No perms.
No perms. Well, when white people say perms, their hair gets curly. right? Because it's
We
a
relax.
permanent curl.
Yeah.
So we relax.
We relax,
because we
yeah.
have natural
Correct.
curly hair already, right?
It's the
Tightly.
same process, right? As far as the chemicals, or is it different?
Is
does
white people
change-
using just for me? That's what I knew growing up. Just for me.
That was the
kitty
kitty
perm,
perm,
Shay
and it was the
don't
same
fuck with the
strength
just
of
for
lie.
me. Yeah, Shay don't fuck with it just for me. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I start cracking jokes. Let me
Dude, I
stop.
don't put anything in my hair. So
No, Shay, there's some shit from back in the day, Shay.
Oh,
man.
So then I went to microlocks, and I also got certified to do.
So you had
do
to
on
cut
other
off
people.
your traditionals.
I
and then you
I
start-
could have taken them down, but that would have taken a long time, and my patience isn't set up like that.
You
So I
just
did
cut
cut
'em.
my hair short. Yes.
So you rocking a little afro,
I
a
did.
mini fro.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, them early stages.
Now listen, I embody everything that happens to me,
Uh-huh.
no matter what it is. I rock it, right?
Okay.
So I wore the hell out of my little TWA,
Hell yeah.
Okay.
teeny weeny afro,
The teeny
right?
weeny fro. Yeah, like
yeah,
the
I
little,
had a little
the teeny weeny
mohawk.
fro.
I had, yeah, I put a little color in there. I had my big hoop earrings and my loud
Mhm.
lipstick. And I enjoyed the journey.
The
And what
journey.
is the journey of embracing your natural texture, right?
Right.
Because that's a whole thing. We won't get into into that. But of the different lengths, getting to know my natural hair because I was relaxed as a child. And so I did that for about 10 years, and then I decided to get microlocks.
Mm.
I had to do them myself.
So you've been rocking microlocks for 10 years now.
No. See, I'm older, right? So I did traditional locks for 10, did my natural hair for 10.
You locked 20. You 20 years in the lock game.
No, just 10. Because I
You-
was
you did
loose
traditionals
natural for 10 years.
For 10.
Cut them off.
Correct.
Then I was loose natural. My hair wasn't locked. It was just afro texture
Mm-hmm.
for 10 years.
I love a fro.
Yeah. Now the froze
I love the fro.
get tight over time throughout the day. They start off real
Correct.
cute.
They start off real
then they
good.
shrink on you.
Oh,
You be
my
like,
goodness.
Lord. And then trying to detangle.
I love an afro.
Well, give me a
It's nothing more
two-strand twist
sexy
out,
to the
baby.
black man though than the afro. I'm telling you, black men and afro.
Yeah, and y'all the reason we have to detangle them.
You be like, oh my goodness, an afro,
We talked about that earlier.
Jack
Yes.
and the Beanstalk, Shane.
Yeah, we did. And glue
Best afro.
tracks.
Oh, afro,
Best one. Who name me a memorable afro that just stays in your mind?
mine's. I had a
Oh, you had
I
afro?
I had a good fro back.
I
in
got to
the
see
day.
pictures.
got
I was talking
I
about
got
a woman.
I got a
Q.
good
I don't want to
question.
picture your afro. I'm talking about a woman.
Oh,
Put some. All right, look, I'll go first. This is
straight
talking
for
about
himself.
mine. Look at mine.
Shit.
He got a mirror coming out. He's looking at the old
I'm
pictures
like
of himself.
this.
Talking about,
Oh,
look at
he was
mine.
like,
Let's go, Foxy
me in.
Brown.
How about Beyonce in
Foxy
that?
Brown. That was
Oh,
a
that was a
wig. That was a
wig.
wig. Yeah, that
I
ain't
don't
natural
care.
fro. I'm
Look
talking.
at it.
I
I'm talking
don't
natural
care.
fro. Foxy
All
Brown
right.
probably had a wig on
Whatever.
too. I don't know. Shit.
I can't tell the difference. and it
Any
looked good to
sister
me.
with an afro on, I'd be like, oh my goodness, a natural afro.
Mm-hmm.
But so I got a question about that.
Yeah.
So like when I was a kid, right? When I grew a fro,
Mm-hmm.
my fro was like this in 2 years.
Yeah.
Huge.
Wow.
My hair was longer than all the girls in the school in 2 years. Why is that?
The genetics.
Why do boys' hair grow faster,
It
longer
don't have
than
anything to do
girls?
with you being a boy. You just have
It wasn't
good,
nothing with boys.
It has nothing to do with it. You have just good hair genes. You were just blessed with good hair genes.
Oh,
The length
Hair-
of your
I got
hair
the
is
hair
all
genes.
tied to
You
DNA.
do still have hair.
so you said
You're not going bald
I
at
got
all, are
some
you?
white ancestors.
Let me see. Dip your head down.
What an afro
This
and
motherfucker.
growing your hair got to do with white answers?
I got a little. I got a
Black
little
me
people
see,
spot.
let
can
me
grow
see.
long hair.
Oh no, that's not bad.
I got some
Yeah.
light up there, Shane.
It wouldn't take you shit to.
He got waves, y'all.
A half inch of an afro
showing
would
waves.
cover that up. That would be no big deal. It ain't like, look.
But I can tell y'all by his
That's why I buzz
texture,
it
for
down.
those of you who know what I'm talking about,
So
he's got
you-
a loose, coily texture.
You read texture.
which means you've got to. It's obvious.
Okay. What's a loose quality? I'm a 5A, a 5C.
No.
What they call it? I
And
know
listen,
about
there's
textures.
there's a lot of debate about whether
What am I?
to code your hair.
What am I coding? Give my
But I think it's informative. So there's
my nomenclature. What's my nomenclature?
texture is 1 ABC to all the way to 4 ABC, right? With one being straight. I'm sorry, there's not ABC for one, but 1 all the way to 4C.
One is
4C
straight.
being the most coily. 1 is straight. 1 would be Shane.
So I fall in the middle of that.
You're
Mine
like a
is very
3C.
Yeah, mine's very
A
straight.
3C.
Yeah, you're like a 3C. Most people I see, I will tell you, I have never seen a 4C.
That's the real
I have never.
That was the kids that had the Brillo pads.
I have never seen a 4C. When our
I've
hair
done
is
seen some
properly
4C.
moisturized, it is not and hydrated.
I done touched some hair and it's like
This is because it's dry. It's not because it's a 4C. Once it's properly moisturized, you'll see the true texture come out, and it's typically 3C to 4A.
they were being
I've seen
negligent.
I've seen 4A, maybe B, but because healthy hair is first, right? So when a client comes to me and we sit in the chair, I treat them at the shampoo bowl. Whatever their hair needs is what it gets at the shampoo bowl, and then you see
juices and berries.
juices and
the true texture come
but
through.
juices. He never the ultra perm.
Eddie Murphy is just genius.
He is. I agree.
He did Raw when he was 19. 19.
I can't believe he was that young.
He was 19.
Purple ass suit.
How do you? 19.
I don't know. So what percentage of women are going that lock route?
A lot. Microlocks is taking off.
A percentage. What percentage of women are going
I
that?
don't know if
I'm
I
gonna
could
say lock, but let's say natural. That natural route. Sexual chocolate.
So close. Forgot about sexual chocolate. That boy good.
Mic drop.
That boy good. That boy good.
Shay, you know way too many. You know way
Shade
too
in the
many.
culture. Shade in the culture. we give him a hard time. Shade.
Shane might be a temporary black card holder.
Yeah, he might.
Well, yeah.
I damn near gave it to him once.
You did.
And then I fucked it up. I can't
let
remember
him
what I
hold
did.
it for a
But
little
then
while.
he
This
said, "No,
is
you
why I
don't
took
get
it. This is why I took it.
Why you lose your card, Shay?
I was almost here. Then that motherfucker didn't know who the regulators was. Regulators.
Warren G. Yeah,
Warren G and Nate Dogg. He didn't know the regulators. I said, Shane.
You didn't know that West
Look,
Coast.
I had to
Here's
put it
the
back in my
thing.
pocket. I
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
gave it to you, Shane.
You was
I had to put it
close.
This close. So
I
we
lost.
still building back up.
I was
his,
hoping.
Okay.
He was gonna let me
his
say
bank
it.
account.
He was gonna let me say it.
I was almost let him. I was gonna let him get away with it.
No, he wasn't.
know
Don't
what
ever
it
believe
is?
that. Don't fall for that, Shane. He wasn't gonna let you
That's
say
a
it.
trap.
He wasn't gonna let you say it
It's
and
a
live.
I don't like R&B. I like rap.
Would
I
you
like
consider that
blues.
R&B?
Warren G. I would consider
Warren G and
that.
Nate Dogg.
I'm not saying it's not great. I'm not saying it's not good.
Gangsta.
I'm not saying
Rap.
it's not good. I also don't like Whitney Houston. I'm not saying
Oh,
she's not
Shane.
the greatest of ever.
see
I'm
why-
saying it
Never
doesn't-
getting the black
See why I
card.
took it. See why I did give it to him.
I'm not saying I don't appreciate the greatness, because I do. I'm saying it's not my. I'm a little harder
You
than that.
one and three.
My
I'm a
cup
little
of
harder
tea.
than
R&B is 2
not
and
my cup of
4.
tea.
Because I always say white people are
Where
always
did-
on beats 1 and 3.
Where did R&B come
And
from?
we're on 2 and 4. Like when we're going, y'all are. So when they say clap, y'all are always throwing
Always
off.
offbeat. Yeah.
Always.
Always a
Because
key.
you're on
Yeah,
1 and 3.
always offbeat.
I'm gonna let that one
And
go.
don't
All right,
ask
but look,
you to
have you-
sway and clap.
Oh shit. That's
Oh,
too
but
much
see,
like that.
walking-
Yeah, that's too much like that.
But see,
that
that comes
really,
from church.
We really ain't doing that.
That comes from church.
Or lack of doing it in church. Because y'all don't do it in church.
No, but
No,
that's
they
what I'm
sing
saying. That
hymns.
comes from church. In
Okay.
white church,
Mm-hmm.
you stand up and you stand still.
Yeah, you stand
You
up and
stand up when
still.
you're told to, and not until. And then you all stand up together, and you all sit down together, and you know, oh yeah, in white church, yeah.
No, we in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
The motherfucker Kevin over
Well,
on
now,
them.
of course, keep in mind, I grew up on the. All right, you know Hillsboro Baptist Church.
Yeah. Heard of it.
I'm one step from the way I grew up. Not now.
Even y'all's Baptist is not our Baptist.
This was traditional Church of Christ.
Oh. Ooh. Church of Christ.
My dad was the preacher,
Ooh.
They wore skirts.
Oh, you a PK?
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't a PK. They
Yeah.
didn't become pastors until I was an adult.
When I
And by then I was already a minister and deconstructed Christianity.
when I was when I made the basketball team in 9th grade,
Mm-hmm.
my parents never came to one of my games because I wore shorts, and that's a sin. I'm going to go to hell because of that. Yeah.
You left that though, right? You're free
Oh,
now?
for sure. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I'll say free. If you know anything
I say
about that,
free.
if you know anything about that type of thing, it's
I do.
it doesn't ever, it's like it's like psoriasis or whatever. You never really get rid of it. It's always there. The chicken pox, it's always there, and you might
can,
get shingles sometime.
Yeah.
But you can, there's things about that. It was
Traumatic.
that's
Horrible.
You got trauma.
it was a it was kind of a tough.
We
one.
all
lot of
do.
us
I'm
have
not
church
judging.
trauma,
Yeah, I got
yeah.
fucking
It was,
trauma.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I'm
a tough
fucked
way to
up.
grow up, but I mean, I know some things about Q too, and it's like, okay,
Yeah, I'm
I don't
fucked
want to
up.
sound like a whiny little bitch here,
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Why do
everybody
men do
has their
that?
own-
When men, it's okay for men to have trauma. It's okay for you all to say that you've been
No, it's
hurt.
not.
Yes, it is.
Not
and
not
it's
societal.
okay
It's
to
not.
be
Nope.
emotional. I think it needs to
No, it's not.
become that way because here's
It's
my
not.
thing.
It's not okay.
To,
You
to
have a
just
man that's
quantify,
crying. You gonna be like you
no,
cry baby little B. You
if
ain't gonna
he
just
can,
want a man crying.
if he can handle that motherfucker that's trying to break into our house and protect the household,
You say you want to,
and then cry about it later, I'm fine with that as long as he protected the household.
Oh,
to
you got to
begin
be the
with.
man first, though. You got to be that man I'm looking for first.
No, I
Just like
think
I need to be the woman.
I think I see where you're coming from, and I think I agree with you on this one, Ursula. It is okay to
On a
cry.
societal
It
level,
is.
it's
It is
not
okay to
for
be
men
emotional.
that like
I
that.
hate that that's been taken.
All right, wait a minute,
from
wait a
men.
minute. See, you didn't forgot. You ain't forgot, I know, but
What'd he say?
I
missed
mean,
it.
I was at your birthday party.
Did you cry at your
I cry
birthday?
every birthday, Shane.
There you go. It's okay for a man to cry
And you still have
On my birthday.
on your birthday.
That's
You
it.
give
Look,
yourself
I got,
once a
I
year
got,
to cry?
I got once a year to kind of get my emotions
It's-
out, show my love, and it's back to business.
It's not
I
a-
can't be out here damn.
It's not okay for a man to cry in the face of adversity.
Mm-hmm.
It's not okay to cry when you got to take care of business when the dude's coming through your house. It's
Right.
not okay to cry then. You better man up.
Yeah,
it's
you
not
gotta- you
okay.
better
to-
It's
man
not
the-
even
you
okay
better
for a
man the
woman
fuck
to
up.
cry in face of adversity.
you need, that's true.
Everybody needs to quote unquote
That's true.
man up.
Yeah, everybody.
Right.
Look,
But excuse me. But
uh-huh.
do it again. Pardon.
And that's
Uh-oh.
another, if I can insert another, not to go back to racism, but entitlement is a white woman's tears. It's one of the things I hate the most.
They get you serious.
Women have, white women have weaponized crying. It's worked for their white men, and they extend it to job on the work and the workforce and to police officers. I've seen it time and time again. And I absolutely despise it because
That's a hell of a statement.
black
It
women,
ain't the same for women.
black women do not have that option.
Black women do the opposite and take an extreme anger. as
No, we
manipulation.
don't.
The angry black woman.
No,
You got the
But here's the
crybaby
thing.
white woman and an angry black woman.
we aren't angry.
Ain't nobody gonna honk their horn at me. You ain't gonna play with me like
Stop
that here in the
playing,
Payless
Shane.
parking lot.
That's your black
You
woman
gonna walk out over
interpretation.
here.
Y'all, I'm finna
Shane.
whoop
That's
Shane
like a-
ass. I'm finna whoop
I
Shane.
want you
Just gave us a black woman interpretation.
Because that's
I'm
a real
finna
thing.
whoop his ass.
I want you to. Because
Up
that's a
in this
real
studio.
thing that
Just
happens.
Shane
to
done
me.
gave us the black woman interpretation. Stop
That's
it,
a
Shane.
real
I
thing
hate
that
that
happened to me
because
in
You
a
got to
real
get that's a
circumstance.
character. You got to make
Because
that a
what I
character.
gave you was
I
true.
told that
You
story.
gotta make that
That's
like
a
a
true
true
have
story.
no.
Make me a
You
character.
have.
I told the story on the podcast.
That's a-
You can
that's
find
a
it on
character,
there. I just
Shane.
didn't go into the. I didn't use the voice.
We need to revisit
But-
that.
But you are 100% right that white women have weaponized tears. That is 100% right.
Okay.
And it is also true that black women have weaponized the angry black woman. Oh, he ain't
To
finna,
what degree? Like that serves us though.
It serves you.
How?
Yeah, exactly.
How?
That's because they don't got no man, Shane. They got to be tough.
Hey, whose side are you on?
Okay.
Hold up. I'm just
So
It serves you
now
because-
black
When you got-
women
when-
are
when you
single
gotta-
and,
when you
and
gotta-
can't be in relationships.
when you got a man, Shane, you
Oh
don't
my
got to
God.
be tough.
You've
like
been
that.
around
serves
Shane
you.
too long.
My
Yeah,
wife
we
don't-
need one. Kevin, you're gonna have to start speaking up. Give Kevin the microphone.
Kevin
'Cause
won't
this is some
talk.
bullshit. This is some bullshit.
It serves
They
you
don't got no
because
man, Shane. They got to
no,
be
it
tough.
doesn't.
it serves you because the angry black woman persona, generally
I
speaking,
have never
backs down
flipped
white
over a
people.
desk or kicked a trash can at
Because
work.
you're
But
an
what I have
intelligent,
done
educated
is I
person.
have been
You're not a hood
stoic,
rat.
and my stoicism
stoic.
has been interpreted as
Uh-huh.
being angry.
Mm.
That's a different.
Meanwhile,
that's a-
Becky could cry
Ooh, Becky
and
with
get
the good hair.
and get her okay,
I do hate manipulative
and get her
tears. Yeah, you're right on that one.
additional
You're
day
right on that one.
off. You
But-
know, because
but to say that, I wouldn't have said shit. If you'd have said women weaponized tears,
That's what I would say.
wouldn't have said
I would have
shit.
just said women.
You
in
don't
that
really see
situation.
black women using
But you
tears
don't-
as a weapon as much.
exactly.
No, you don't.
You
Not
don't
at
see
all.
black
I don't
women
see
cry.
black women out there
But there
crying.
is
you see black
Black woman
women
gonna whoop your
cry
ass.
when they're angry.
Correct.
If you
Or
see a
for-
black woman
and they still gonna whoop
cry,
your ass.
not as a
Go
weapon.
try. At least
she's
try.
angry, but she's
Yeah, it's
she's
not a-
probably not
It's not
screaming
generally a
and
weapon.
yelling.
No.
No.
The screaming and yelling is
Yeah.
the opposite side of that. It's the
Mhm.
manipulation of taking
Yes.
on that persona that says,
Yes.
if that's the, to me, that's the same thing that they tell you. Like if you come across a bear in the woods
Mm-hmm.
or another wild animal, make yourself seem as big and threatening and vocal as possible. And I feel like that's
Call
what.
black women bears. Sure.
That's
No,
what he, that's what he's
I
trying
think
to
that's
say.
the
low-key.
reaction.
I started out calling Ursula a bear. So
I think that's
But
a
that's what my
reaction
name means,
of
so
a black
we're all right
woman
with
to
that.
what she perceives as a bear.
talking
She
shit.
perceives a threat, and so she's using. That's what I think. Whatever. Rah.
I don't know,
There's a
Shay.
bear
Don't
on
use
the
that. Don't
combo.
use that analogy no more.
Like a big dog. That's a
That don't
dog,
sound
but you
right.
know,
I'm a big dog.
That don't sound right.
we'll say it's a bear.
My wife keep my chain short.
No, that's a bear.
She
I've
know
seen
I'm a
the.
big dog. She like,
As she
she
should.
keep me on the leash.
As
Yeah,
she
Keep you on the
sure,
porch.
because I get out of control. Damn, what were we saying?
I don't know. We were going to go to another.
I thought we were talking about. I
I
want to
No,
learn
you
about
brought us
keep
back to
putting a
race.
pin.
You brought
I
us
did.
back
You
to
were going
race.
somewhere else, and I
See,
brought
you brought us
that
back
back.
to race. That's
Shane,
right.
who brought us back to race?
I did.
I thought we was getting out of
Ursula.
that. Out of that.
Shane tried to take us out, but I brought us back.
I mean, it
because
is
he
what
made a
it is.
comment, and I was like, let me just
I mean,
slide this
throw
in
another
here.
I thought we
racial
were talking
thing
about
in here.
locks.
We were off locks.
We off locks?
Mhm.
You don't want? Okay.
We were off locks. Oh, we were talking about PK.
Well, we
Preacher's
were.
Kids.
being the PK.
We were.
kid.
Yeah. Okay. Going back to that. Okay. All right. We went through a bunch of stuff. We can go
We
back
did.
to PK. Yeah.
Where did we put a pin in up top?
I remember.
Have we? Can
You
we?
wanna
I
go
think
there?
we
Kevin,
really-
how far in are we?
Yeah, where we at?
Oh, time flies.
Okay. We got a little bit of time.
Where we at, bro? 45?
1 hour.
Shit.
We're an hour in.
We already
I know,
out.
right?
Wow.
Time flies, doesn't it?
I know.
Good conversation, though.
Good
How often
conversation.
I think we
can
need to
you
pick
sit
up that-
down and just be like, hey, let's talk about
Let's
this?
talk about it.
Oh, I don't like what you just said. Well, okay,
She
you
did
have a right
ask
to say
me,
what you
or
say.
is it
you know?
anything we want to talk about? I said, no, we just kind of just
We just kind of
shoot the shit, really, and just have
And you
a
did say you didn't have any taboos. So,
a
there you go.
natural
Do not have any
conversation. That's how we
taboos.
want to keep it authentic. You know,
Mhm.
just look, we have no script.
So we were
and
talking about the
whatever
emotional
flows, whatever
man.
flows.
Oh, the
were
emotional.
talking
Is that
about
man.
where is that where we
man.
put the pin in?
Well, sort of. We can segue from
Well,
there.
we came back
But
to
let's,
it.
Yeah,
'cause
let's
I-
come back to the emotional man, and I'll segue.
A woman don't want no
into it. Yeah, I
emotional
got
man. I don't care what they say.
So I don't mean emotional
No, no
man,
woman
but I
want no
mean a
emotional
man
man.
who is
A man
able
don't
to
wanna be
show
around
his
emotional.
emotion. I don't want to be around a man who can't show
I know you do.
emotion.
You don't want
Also-
to be around a man who's emotional either.
Yes, I do.
Mm.
Yes, I do. If
Y'all
we're-
both
if we
y'all
are-
both crying every day.
If so, when you say,
You want them gossiping with you? Oh, you won't believe what
oh,
this heifer
men
did at
gossip
work?
more than women. You
No,
cannot
that
tell.
is-
Oh,
that
yes,
is not
y'all do.
true.
When you
That's
when
not
I'm not
true.
around,
That's not
before I
true.
came, I bet you and Shane were
We talk shit. We
talking
don't
about some
gossip.
good gossip. Same thing.
No,
Y'all just call it
it's a
talking
totally.
shit.
We're not talking about
Same
nobody
thing.
specific. We
Same
talking
thing.
shit. Talking shit and gossiping two different things.
thing.
Women haggling.
Women gossip. way
We
more.
learned how to haggle from y'all,
Most definitely.
aka
Shane.
negotiate.
Haggle. What do you mean by haggling? Negotiate? Yeah, yeah. No, we're the king of haggling.
Yeah, we can haggle. We can talk shit, but we ain't
For sure.
gossiping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
no. It's not. You know.
I know y'all don't believe that.
We
Yeah.
we got over 80 hours of conversation. We ain't never gossiped.
Not on a podcast,
if
but
we
y'all
did-
gossip.
if we
y'all
did it,
just
we would do
call
it on the
each other.
podcast.
Oh, no, you
If we did it, we don't just call each other. If Q and I call each other,
You mean to
it's
tell
'cause
me you've
we-
never picked up the phone and been like,
Nope.
Q?
Nope.
Man.
Never.
Not one time.
Not one
Not
time
ever.
in the 6 years
No,
I know.
not
You
one
never
time.
called
I
Shane
ain't never
and
called
been
Shane
like,
and told what you won't believe
bruh.
what this heifer did to me.
Nope. Not one
no,
time.
it doesn't necessarily have to
you
be
won't
about a
believe,
woman.
You won't
Never
believe
been
what
to
this
It could be like
motherfucker.
the guy at the
this-
auto
If
parts
it's a
shop.
guy, it's a motherfucker. If it's a
Nope.
woman, it's a heifer.
Mhm.
Nope,
Yeah.
never.
You
Not
won't
one
believe what
time
this
ever.
motherfucker
Nope.
I don't believe y'all.
Not one time ever.
I
I'm
don't
just saying.
believe it. I think y'all
I'm not
lying.
saying there aren't men that maybe are that way, but nope.
Y'all lying.
I got no time for that bullshit.
y'all lying.
You're going to be walking all over that joker. He's just as emotional as you.
Mm-mm. I don't mean so when you guys say emotional, I don't mean people who you can have you can gather yourself, right? Like I wouldn't call my so when you say emotional, you mean someone who doesn't know how to regulate their emotions. That's not what I'm talking about. But if you're both watching moving the scene in The Color Purple, there's a scene in The Color Purple. If you don't cry during that scene, you are not human. You have no set of emotions. I don't want to be with someone who can't
Eat
feel.
the cake.
I'm not a big crier.
First of all, that's
Do
Tina
this. That's
Turner.
Tina Turner. Eat the cake.
How you go from
Hoppo.
Color Purple?
Hoppo.
Lord. Get your movies together.
I got to get my
Sir,
movie. I ain't
sir.
seen these movies in 30 years. Hoppo. I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm on track.
With a
I'm
man who
following
has
you.
feeling.
You want a man who got feelings.
Because if he has an emotional range, then he can also be empathetic and sympathetic. And I think men miss that when it comes to women. I think women are mysteries to men, and y'all don't want to get too close. But if you were able to tap into here's the thing: everybody has feminine and masculine in them. Yes, you do. Everybody has a feminine and masculine side because there are times
I'm a nurturer.
there are times
I watch two
as a
boys every
woman
day.
that I have to tap
be a
into
nurturer.
my masculine. To somebody's point to say we don't have a man.
Let me
I
say
have
this
to tap
rebuttal.
into
Let
my
me say this
masculine to get
rebuttal.
something done.
I watch two boys full time every day for the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's not natural to us though. every day it's, how can I put it in words?
What's not natural?
Nurturing two boys in diapers, two young boys. It's not a natural feeling.
You were carrying your son earlier. You're telling me that's not nurturing?
I don't look
But see, when you say nurture, what do you mean by nurture?
I do it, but it's not a natural feeling. I do it because I have to do it. I would rather go be digging a hole than carrying my son.
If someone threatened to come up to you and try to rip your son out of your arms,
I'm gonna whoop his ass.
Okay.
That ain't the nurturing part though. That's I'm your dad and I'm a protector. I finna whoop your ass.
Okay.
I'm saying me being a nurturer, me watching kids every day is not a natural feeling to me. Like I'd rather be outside doing something. I'd rather be pulling the engine apart. I'd rather be making money popping popcorn.
That's
it doesn't
that's
come
biology.
Natural. I always
that is hormonal, and I can see
it's not
your point
natural.
there. Yeah,
my anxiety is up every day, all day. Like, damn, I could be doing this. I would rather be doing this than watching these little motherfuckers cleaning up the house, feeding them. It's not natural. It's not every day, and I've been doing it for 3 years.
Now, it's not natural for women to do it all day, every day either.
It's still tough.
Historically, women were never supposed to do it alone. So I don't want men to think that it's 100% natural for a woman to be with her children all day, every day either, without help. Historically, there has been help for women. There was either a village of women, there were other family members living in the home with the woman to help with child rearing and, the care of the home. So,
and I was out there hunting.
With your boys. Yeah.
With the boys.
Gossiping.
Talking shit. That's all I'm saying. Yes, I do agree. We both operate in masculine and feminine, but it's not natural for men to be operating in that nurturer realm, especially 24/7.
So you mean like if they fall and get your little scuff
I'm like,
on
get
their
your
knee?
ass up. I don't go.
So
pick them
you're
up.
socializing them to ignore emotions. If we're honest, we do, because we tell little boys,
you can cry, but get up. You got to get up. I'm not finna come pick you up. But you would tell your daughter the same thing.
Huh?
No, my daughter is totally different.
See?
She lives a different lifestyle than my boys.
See,
as it should be.
She really. It's the truth. She lives a totally.
But here's the thing:
different lifestyle than my boys.
Unpacking this would take forever, Ursula. But here's what I think.
It's interesting though. It's fascinating.
First of all, somebody has to lead. That doesn't mean somebody has to be in charge. I didn't say somebody has to be the boss. I said somebody has to lead.
I agree.
A good leader, to your point, has to have empathy, sympathy as much as possible, but at least empathy. But somebody has to be able to turn off their emotions, turn off their feelings.
Why do you have to lead without emotion?
Because sometimes decisions have to be made that require logic and require emotions.
Logic and emotions can't go hand in hand?
No. You have to put emotion
They're
aside.
Mutually exclusive.
Correct.
Logic and emotion.
Correct. Both are equally valuable.
Try to give us an example.
I'm not saying not equally valuable. Okay, you want an example?
Yeah, try give us an example of that.
We're in a space capsule. There's 11 of us total. One of us went outside to make necessary repairs on the space capsule, without which repairs we're not going to get home. Meanwhile, the evil Zorgs sent one of their space aliens.
I like this sci-fi.
To kill the spacewalker.
I wasn't expecting it though.
I'm fucking with it, Shay. Go ahead.
So the Zorg is coming to kill the spacewalker that's outside. He recognizes that there's one that's outside, and all he's got to do is get inside the hatch, and he can kill all 11 of these spacewalkers. You need to put your emotions aside and allow that person outside to be slaughtered for the benefit of the 10. Do you all die?
Most definitely.
Do you all die, or does the one die?
The greater
but
good.
You got to be able to watch them die.
This killing us, but
somebody has to be able to take.
But what I'm saying is,
somebody has to be able
you can be sad about that and go in and
Spacewalker
slaughter
gone.
them.
Right.
Me being sad about having to sacrifice him isn't going to keep me from logically going in there and killing everybody.
It might or it might not. It may or it may not.
They can go hand in hand.
Spacewalker
you
gone.
have to suppress that emotion. That doesn't mean that women. This is
it
not
can still be there though. See, I think men don't understand what. I think you guys think emotion is a dirty word.
You can't. No, it's not. But you have to put that emotion to the side temporarily and then cry later in the bathroom.
Emotion doesn't mean crying.
Whatever. Experience the emotion in whatever way that means for you. It doesn't have to be crying. It's whatever way you're going to experience that emotion. Of course, you're going to experience it, but you do that later in private, and you don't let the people.
You can carry it with you. Like I can be sad and remorseful that he has to die while chopping the head off of a Zorg.
What if you have to kill him?
I can be sad while
No,
I'm
we're
killing.
not
you ever-
opening the door at all because if the Zorg get in,
Well, I
he's
got
killing all
confused.
of us.
The
Have you
Zorgs
ever-
threw me
Well,
for a
we
loop. I didn't
understand
know
the
where this.
analogy.
Are the
We
Zorgs
understand the
inside? Are they
Let me
coming
ask you a
inside?
question.
Did
This
they break
sci-fi's
it
off the
down,
chain. This need to be a
down the
movie.
damn
Let me ask you a question. Do you have pets?
I had pets. Yes.
So at some point, something close to you has passed away
Yes.
on a pet level.
Yes.
Did you do it yourself?
Did I do it myself?
Physically do the act of
Kill
putting that
the-
child of that child of that,
She was my fur baby.
She was your fur baby.
Mhm.
Exactly. I know exactly what you mean.
Mhm.
Did you do it yourself?
No.
Could you have if it would have been pressed to?
Yes.
You feel like you could have.
Yes.
Okay. So
I could
you
kill
are,
a chicken if I got hungry enough.
So that is a masculine trait, and you have.
and there
gotten
are
in
times
touch-
where I need to tap into the masculine
are.
because we
And
carry
during-
both at the same time.
And what you mean when you say tap into your masculine side, what
It's
you
not
mean
natural,
is suppress the emotions that normally would say, I'm going to protect life at all costs. I'm going to nurture and mother and hold close to my breast.
yeah, but it doesn't have to go to zero. I think what I
Nobody
mean is
said it
like
had to go
it
to
kind of
zero.
fluctuates.
Nobody said it had to go
like
to
you're
zero.
80, 20, 60, 40.
95-5.
You know, when you're still
95-5.
floating. Nothing really
What if
has to
you're-
be
what
suppressed
if,
to zero.
What if you're the president and you have to send men and women into harm's way?
First of all, would not be that motherfucker.
Which motherfucker?
The
I think you're
motherfucker
talking
that's
Trump.
in there now.
Okay, but every president
Well,
that
that's
we've
the
had,
motherfucker.
Trump.
I can
every
think of.
president that we've had in recent memory
Donald
has sent
J.
troops
Trump.
into harm's way. Every president we've had in recent memory has sent troops into harm's way. So what if you got to be that person? You know that by signing this, people are going.
I can
people
do
are
it.
going to die. You
I'm
probably,
not
you seem
arguing
like you
that I
could.
can do it.
But to do that, you have to suppress those emotions, put it to the side, and
But see,
men
for-
are generally speaking.
I think we're
overall.
speaking man and woman. We're speaking male because I think in the male brain it's either or, but women I think
Yeah, it's pretty black
we
and
are
white.
Much more so.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
more
It's
black
much
and
more
white.
so,
definitely
yeah.
black
For
and
us,
white. No
it can be
gray.
more fluid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's either or.
Yeah.
I think so. And I think that's just a biological difference.
Well, you know, and here's
That's
the
something
thing.
we were going to talk about too.
We
didn't get to.
were not. No, we're segueing into
Biological
it. We're still there.
He's making his way.
Oh
We're
yes,
making
now I
our way there.
remember.
Yeah,
Yes,
now
now
you
I
remember.
remember.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, it was something. Okay,
That's
But
a smooth segue.
I
ain't it?
remember. I remember now. I remember.
I've been
now.
working it there. Yeah, no, I wasn't. I was on top of it. But here's the thing: in order for society,
Come on.
Remember the time when we first met.
it's too smooth for me.
Oh, Shay.
it's too
Oh, that's
smooth.
R&B. Shane don't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
R&B.
yeah.
Yeah, I forgot, Shay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You're not
I'm so-
like
I'm
Michael
sorry, Shay.
Jackson.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
I know. Michael Jackson was a sin.
Oh, what?
He danced.
In your
Dancing is a
household.
sin.
In
You
your
go to
household.
hell for dancing, and Michael Jackson was. Listen,
I
I'm
need you
telling
to be delivered.
I'm telling. No.
He has been.
I understand now. I understand now from an intellectual
Oh, you mean
point
when
of
you were
view.
growing up?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Michael
so you
Jackson
didn't
is the shit.
Well, you can be reintroduced.
Michael was the shit. Oh, for sure. But some things you need to. All right, I never saw Star Wars. I don't know what that means to you, if anything. But to some people, that's a tragedy.
Shit, you just gave us
It
a
is,
sci-fi better
yeah.
than Star Wars.
I know,
a-
the Zorgs.
As a kid,
A Zorg?
Okay.
if you didn't like Star Wars as a
Z-O-R-G?
kid, oh, that's from. I stole that from somebody who had
Zorg.
the Zorgs.
Toy Story had a Zorg.
Toy
in it.
Story, yeah. That's
The
where I stole
Zorg
it.
was the
I got a 2.5
evil
year old,
guy.
so the evil Zorg, yeah,
the evil Zorg and the little green
the
men,
evil
the, L,
Zorg. There you go.
the LGMs.
You got to be a father to understand those
the
references. You know what I'm
LGMs,
saying?
mhm.
I don't know, but I think that for biological evolution to work properly, we need influences of different kinds.
We both. We
and I
need
think
both.
for children to be raised optimally, there are many, many ways to raise a child successfully.
Mhm.
I think the optimal
Mom
is
and
for
dad.
that child to have a mother and a father
Mother
who
and
love
a
one
father.
another
Yep.
in the home,
Yep.
and the influence of the masculine,
Agreed.
the influence of the feminine. You know, we've talked about this before, and we've defined the difference of masculinity sometimes, whether it's a, complete definition or not, is that it's a man's job to provide and to make sure things happen and to make sure
Protect.
shit's done. It's a man's job to build a world. It's a woman's job
It's
to
a
make it
man's
worth
world?
building. Of course, it's a man's world.
It is.
And it would be nothing without a woman or a girl.
Facts.
It's a man's job
Facts.
to build the world.
James Brown said that
It's
shit
a
so
woman's
smooth.
job to make it worth building.
Correct.
Otherwise, what's the point? And I think that too many women, that doesn't take away the capability of women. That doesn't take away the contributions. I am a very happily married man, and the business that I run would not be possible without my wife.
Correct.
It's a joint effort. I make
Correct.
every single toy, and I show up at every single show selling toys. It's my business. I run bullshit. I would never be able to do it without the contributions of my wife.
Right.
She's not always on the front line, but if I made it to the front line, it's because she got me there.
Mm-hmm.
She made sure that the show was booked, that it was paid for, that the taxes were paid
So
afterwards.
muscle
blah, blah,
and
blah.
motivation.
Very well spoken, Shane.
Muscle and motivation. That's one way to look at it. I like
Ooh,
that.
muscle and motivation.
I like that. You know,
You translating.
it's bars.
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 So what happens when a man decides he's really a woman? Or a woman decides she's really a man?
Mm-hmm.
Now what?
You go get your ass whooped.
Now you got to figure out.
So what, we gonna get her ass whooped?
got to figure it out.
We talking transition.
And does it matter?
transsexuals?
Does it matter?
Yeah.
You talking cisgender, Shay? Is that the
That's
right
not a
term?
real
I don't
word.
know what the fuck
No,
I'm
that's
using.
not
I
a
don't,
word. Cisgender
you
is a
just
word.
mixing
I'm
them
speaking
all
out
up
of my
like,
ass.
listen,
I don't know.
The alphabet is serious.
Alphabet serious.
LGBTQIA+.
You know, here's the thing.
They'll whoop your ass.
Here's
too.
the thing. A person should be able to be whoever they want to be.
I totally agree. Yep.
If you are,
As long as it does not infringe on my rights.
explain.
If you have a penis,
Mm-hmm.
I do not want to share a restroom with you.
Oh, facts. I don't want
You can call yourself whatever you want to call yourself
What if you don't have to see it?
outside of this
It's a stall in the
bathroom,
women's restrooms, right? You don't have to see it.
but you have one. You possess it.
You
It's
shouldn't
not
be in
affecting
that
you.
space.
You shouldn't be in that
That's
space.
a safe space for
There's
women.
a penis space
Women.
just across the way where you can go over there.
A penis space. I never heard a male's bathroom called a penis space, but yes,
I'm a little scarred
it's
by
a
that.
penis space.
I'm going to go to the penis space.
The penis. I'm finna call it the penis space from here on
From
out.
now on.
Penis
The
space
penis
over there.
space.
Where are you going? I got to go to the
I
penis
gotta go to the
space.
penis space.
Love self-expression.
Have you
People to-
encountered that though? Have you encountered a trans in a bathroom?
I have not.
So it hasn't. So
It
it's not.
hasn't
As,
happened.
it's not as.
But I rehearse it because I have a niece, right? And I have young cousins that are often with me, right? And I have no children of my own, but if your daughters are with me, they're my daughters,
Correct.
right? And so I protect them like they are because I'm a mother bear.
Correct.
That's what my name means, right?
Nurturer.
I'm a
Mother
nurturer
bear.
and I'm a protector, right?
Yeah,
And so
yes,
I
yes.
often go over, I often go over in my mind and rehearse what I would do or what options I would need to execute to keep them safe. If I saw
Just leave.
or don't enter, if one enters before I do.
Correct. Correct.
So it's not a matter of creating a scene, but it is a matter of being safe. And I also, pending legislation scares me a bit. I was recently in a restaurant here in Huntsville, as a matter of fact, where I went to the restrooms, and instead of there being one big room with several stalls, there was a wall of stalls, of rooms, doors. So there were 7 doors on the wall, and you just, whoever you were, whatever you identified
no gender
as, you just walked
separation.
into the door.
Just-
And I think that's probably one of the best options. A single room, 7
Takes a lot of
single
space.
rooms. It takes up a lot of real estate, but they had it,
You can't always,
on
yeah.
one wall.
It's not always,
But
not
and
always
it was
an
a new
option, but it seems like
construction.
the best.
It would be difficult to renovate an existing space to,
It would,
to do
and,
that.
you know,
but-
if you had a space where, okay, I can take up, 300 square feet for extra bathroom space, or I can use that for storage. You may not be, that may not be a good option.
And I also think
So the urinal's dying.
trans people need, I think we need a third gender or fourth. We need 4 genders. We need 2 more genders. So we got male, female, right? And then you got trans. But you got trans identifying as male. You got trans identifying as female. As a female who suffered with endometriosis, stage 4
I don't
endometriosis
know
for
what that
multiple
is.
life. It is scar tissue in the reproductive
Okay.
area, which causes a lot of pain, excess bleeding during menstruation, right?
Sometimes leads to, exacerbates cancer. Am I right? Kind of makes
It can. You can have
because of the scar
endometrial
tissue. I could be
cancer.
wrong about that. Anyways, Sorry.
That's okay. What was my point?
4 bathrooms.
It was
You need 4 genders, not four
I was getting
bathrooms.
that.
Yeah, I guess 4
as
bathrooms.
a female who experienced pain for most of her reproductive years, right? And everything that came with that, holding down a job while I was bleeding heavily trying to talk to a boss and felt like I was being ripped apart and trying to focus in a meeting, negotiating with the government while all that was going on in my body. I take offense to someone who will never have to encounter something like that calling themselves female. You don't take that from me. And who would volunteer to be paid pennies on the dollar less than a man?
Oh
Who
my
would-
God.
who would
You going to go there?
Who would
better
volunteer?
Hold on,
back
Shay.
that up.
Hold on, Shay.
You better back that up.
Let's not go down this
Either
rabbit hole.
rewind it or back it
threw
up.
She threw it out there, Shay. Just
Either
ignore it.
rewind it or
Shay,
back it up.
Just ignore it.
Either
Just,
rewind
Who
it or
would
back it
volunteer
up.
for that,
just
Shay?
ignore it, Shay.
Who would ask
Just
for
ignore
that?
it, Shay. Let's stay on topic. So the 4 genders will be male, female, transgender,
Call them something else. Don't
female,
call them.
transgender, male.
I don't know what they would call themselves.
So
But
would
just
I'm
don't
pretty
call
sure
yourself
they call themselves something.
business owners,
They try to call themselves female.
Just female or male.
public
And I don't like
facilities,
that.
so we're going to require people to have 4 bathrooms now? What about at the
a
VBC?
wall of bathrooms.
Or
So how's that going to work at a concert venue when you got 50,000 people there? You can't have 50,000
well, the porta
rooms.
potty
You
don't
can't.
discriminate.
The porta
If
potty
you
does
have a
not
penis,
discriminate.
they can go anywhere.
The porta potty don't discriminate. That
But you
Go
ain't putting
outside.
porta potties in the VBC.
only discrimination on the porta potty is locked,
You ain't-
unlocked.
You
on
ain't
that
putting porta
green
potties
red.
in the VBC. And
Yeah.
there's no way you can put enough individual bathrooms in there to handle
I'm seeing
an
the
event.
signs now that has the male and female on it. Like
Yeah,
the family,
whoever gets there first.
Whoever just gets
But
there.
again,
And
that's a
it's-
single-use
It's a
bathroom.
single-use bathroom. Yeah,
You
it's-
can't have that in a big venue. What you going to do at a stadium, a football stadium? What you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What you going to do?
I guess the other way around, men don't have to worry about it. If it's a female wanting to be a man, you come in that
That's another
bathroom.
good point.
We don't. Hey,
Safety.
Correct.
You guys are able
you
to
want to
protect
come in here?
yourself.
Okay, you come in here. You want this?
Yeah, I don't care.
It's a
Most
man's
of you
space.
are able to
Okay.
protect
You're
yourself
not fixing to
better.
do anything to me.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about being raped.
You go see
Right.
what you go
not
see.
by a trans person.
If I whip
anyways.
it out and you see, you see.
I mean,
Don't
take a good look.
Take a good.
I don't
hey,
give a damn if you look or not.
You
Quite
wish you
frankly.
had
can
one.
have a
You
look
wish
if
you
want to.
had
I mean,
one.
it don't matter to me. You could,
Now let's
whatever.
not.
other
Now
way
let's
around,
be
though.
fair.
The other way
and
around,
not-
it is tough.
Let's not say that men can't be raped because a man can
For
be
sure.
raped.
a little boy
For sure.
can. I don't
Okay,
know about a man.
but
Nah, that should
by
happen.
you
another
can
man.
be
Yeah,
overpowered
prison
to be
by
raped,
another
right?
man.
another
And
man.
so I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want
not
to
by a
say
woman.
that
Ain't no
No,
woman
straight
taking
men
advantage of
aren't.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
don't care how big you are. You ain't taking advantage.
Oh
of
no,
I
no,
don't
there's
care
no
what
woman that can. No, there's not a woman in the world that can.
Right.
Ronda Rousey can't rape me.
No.
She can
Unless
whoop my ass.
She knocked me out.
She can whoop my ass, but then you ain't gonna be able to. I mean,
well,
you
if
know.
she knocks you out, then she can rape you after she knocks you out.
But what you gonna do when you knocked out? You ain't gonna get. I mean,
Hey, no, Shay, you breathe on this. That bad boy gone. I could be knocked out. And
just
just
saying.
look. Shay,
But I mean, the point does come back when it comes to a safety
that
standpoint, and
motherfucker
that's
got
where
a
it's
bite
all,
of his own.
you know. Here's the thing: you never see a trans man fighting another man
Which is
at
a
MMA.
female.
A female that's transitioning
That's
to
right.
man. You never see
That's
a
right.
trans
She gonna get her
man
ass whooped.
fighting other
Right.
men in MMA.
but it can go the other way though.
And when it
And that's
does,
not
other way.
fair.
And when it does, that happened in the Olympics.
Mhm.
That happened in the Olympics. There was a trans
I
person,
can't believe that.
and the
Olympics allowed
legitimate
that. I mean,
woman.
either.
No, they mandated it. The woman
yeah,
that
that's unacceptable.
the woman that this trans person fought did not know that this was a biological
Right.
man,
oh,
and the dude put her.
So
in the
no
hospital.
one
He
knew.
crushed her. No, the officials knew. Everybody knew except for the girl that was fighting.
Everybody's so scared to get sued.
It was a female.
damn near killed the
fighting
girl.
and she the trans person, the biological male that was fighting the biological female in the Olympics, fractured her skull and put her in the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah, she suffered brain damage because
Wow.
of it. Yeah.
And that's my
she was
issue.
not allowed to know that if she had said up front, you know, this is a biological man. Yep, I'm still going to go. Okay, you made an informed choice. Now you have the right to do that.
Okay.
But for her to, no. And
But
to
if there
take
was
away,
a third gender, they could fight one another
Correct.
or maybe
or wrestle one
maybe-
another.
Maybe we come to the
Compete
point
against
where
one
we
another.
realize in society that you have a right to do or present yourself however you want to, but that does not mean that you still have a right to different spaces.
That's right.
If you are a man who's transitioning to a woman, you have a right to do that. And I support your right to do that. Whatever length you want to take, whether it's just dressing as a woman or whether you want to go the
Right.
full money, whatever it is, you have a right to do that. You do not have a right to be in women's spaces.
Agreed. And it is not the same thing as
And
civil rights.
Not the same
and
thing
race.
as civil
It is
rights. It's
not
not
the
the
same
same thing. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Now, are there legitimate people who are legitimately born? They feel that they're born in the wrong body, that they legitimately are a woman, but they have male
Genitalia.
not just genitalia, because it goes way deeper than genitalia. And I think that's something that people use as it's not the penis that you're worried about, because without the muscles and the strength and the mindset of the male behind that penis, he can't do shit with it anyways.
Mindset of the male.
Sure.
They're born with the mindset of a male, not socialized
Correct.
to be
Correct.
male.
Correct.
Oh, this shit confusing.
Men will take
It's
it.
not confusing because
It's
you
not
said
confusing. I'm on the
if your
same
son
wave.
I mean,
falls,
I
It's- there's
understand.
you tell him to brush it off.
Yeah,
But
get
there's
your ass up.
biology.
But
You
you,
gotta
don't
get up,
give him.
son.
He might need a hug.
He might need a hug, and he needs to get it from his mom.
Or you need to learn the lesson
Maybe.
that if I
Or
do
you
that,
might
I'm
need
gonna
to learn
fall.
the lesson.
I look at it like, yo,
But-
motherfucker, you learned the lesson. Don't
men
do that no
men
more.
and women are different in our brains as much as we are different
That's
in our
true.
bodies. And
And hormones have
those
a lot to do with
differences are
that.
necessary. Hormones have a lot to do with that.
Mhm.
And when a person goes through male puberty, not only our bodies but our minds change. We're not the same person that we were when we were 14, when we're 19.
Mhm.
The 14-year-old boys will fight each other on the playground, give each other a black eye, and they'll be good. The 19-year-old boys will kill each other in the back alley. There's a difference. And when you get hit with that amount of testosterone, that's something that women don't understand and nobody talks about, is that this is a biological,
Difference.
and it's real.
Yeah.
It's as real as the
Unseen but real nonetheless.
it's as real
Oh, yeah.
as the hyper
Yeah.
emotions that women carry.
yes.
The control men have to practice
I heard it
every day.
I heard it described one time as every man is born with two dogs, the dog of lust and the dog of war. Both of those dogs have to be controlled,
Dogs got to hunt.
but you have to have both of those dogs.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have the dog of lust and the dog of war, you are not a man. A safe man is not a man who's incapable of violence. A safe man is a man who's capable of extreme violence and keeps himself under control.
Correct. And that's how most men
That's a
operate.
safe man. And
Walk
most of
around.
us are capable of a level of violence that you guys possibly could not understand.
We're learning though.
I don't think you are. I
We're
don't
learning
think
from
you are.
men who are sharing it with us.
I think that
I
yeah,
read a book
there's
and
a-
it
there's a
scared the
point
shit
in it.
out of me.
And when it comes to,
Men have to be in control.
we have to be in control, and we have
Really?
to exercise that control every day.
They do,
That wolf whistle,
especially young men.
that wolf whistle that the construction, the typical stereotypical construction worker gives, that's that dog of lust. That's not something that's natural. That's as deep in us as we can. An evolved man learns how to control that dog.
Let me
and
ask you a
doesn't chase
question.
after every
Are
swinging
those
tail that comes
dogs
around.
laid to rest if you have a man who starts identifying as a woman?
I think there comes a point when they can. Especially, well, both of them. Both of them. Do you want a
Because-
man that's not capable of war? Really? Is that the man you
A
want protecting your
biological
house?
man who identifies as a woman. Those two dogs are still present in him, even if he puts on a dress and wears lipstick, right?
Maybe.
Which is why I don't want his penis in my place,
Either way, the
in my pee-pee place.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I want my daughter
don't
to
want-
know.
yeah, I don't want
And
my
the, and the
daughter
re-
to
I don't want to share a
Right.
restroom because
Do-
although he's
here's the
identifying
thing.
as a woman,
You
who's
don't
to say
know.
that he's gay?
You don't know whether those
Just
dogs
because
are
he
I think
dresses
if you
as
go
a-
that far, you probably is gay, or
Ooh, I
or
don't
you
know.
just being a weirdo.
But I think you can just be a weirdo. But you
Or
don't
someone
know.
who's trying to get in those places so they can commit violent acts against women.
As
You
a
don't
father,
know.
I don't know whether this trans person has truly laid those. When you say laid to rest, if those dogs
You
are
know,
dead,
he's truly evolved.
if those dogs are dead, then okay, you can share a space with my daughter.
No,
But I don't know if those dogs are dead, and I don't believe you if you tell me that they are.
And you don't know
because
what
I
would
can't trust
resurrect
that.
them.
yeah,
And you don't know what to resurrect them. And I think that we talk about toxic masculinity. No, it's no such thing as toxic masculinity. It's
Really?
masculinity that's not under
I
control.
agree, Shay.
Either control your masculinity or don't. But the masculine means fight. Why do boys fight? Why do we love MMA? Why is football a thing? Football is stylized fighting, of course. It's bullshit. Football's gay. No reaction. Wow. Usually people trip when I
I'm
say
thinking
that.
about it.
But, oh, yeah, you want to, okay. Think about it. How do they
Just
start?
men tackling.
How do they start every
one
play?
another.
Great big group hug, right? They all come
Yep.
around, put their arms around one another, and they whisper
Slapping
little
other
secrets
asses.
to each other. Then they go and they line
Why
up
do y'all slap asses?
in their tight pants,
slapping them
and they all bend over. The main two
Don't
dudes,
touch my ass.
the one's got his hands between the other one's legs,
Yeah.
and he's going to pass a little ball
Yeah.
between his legs. Oh, isn't it sweet? And then they all run around for a while, and how does every play end? A bunch of sweaty dudes in tight-ass pants and a big pile on the ground rolling around together.
Yeah. Then they go
get
take
up,
hot showers.
They
together.
slap each other's ass. They do this over and over, and then they go
But they
take
in
a
their
hot
own
shower
spaces
together.
though. I'm
Gay.
in my man's space.
Gay.
Is it gay to be in the locker
Football
room?
is gay. No, but
With other
football's
guys?
gay. No, it's
Yeah,
not gay to
I'm
be in
not-
the locker room with other
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
No.
You said what
but,
you said.
but
Say,
the
but
game
I'm
of
just
football.
saying. At
No,
least
no,
we go
no.
to. It's men going to the locker room, not men going to a female locker room.
True that. Oh yeah, yeah. Getting back to topic.
Don't be swinging in front of my daughter and
Correct.
be out here. No,
Correct.
unacceptable.
Yep.
We need to have our own spaces.
Women wear your pantyhose. Sing the chorus, and it goes. I'm Slim Shady. Yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys.
Just
I can't even say it.
imitating. So won't
Yep.
the real Slim Shady
Please stand up.
please stand up?
Maybe there's a little Slim
I
Shady
don't
in
know,
all
Shane.
of us.
I don't know.
So,
We're evolving as a society.
Mr. Producer Man says we're up against a hard break. The advertisers won't let us go
Maybe
any further.
transgenders is where racism ends.
Houseway.
All right, listen.
Hold on, we gonna. I'm just throwing some
Just
shit out
throwing
there.
shit out there.
I'm
now.
throwing shit out there.
Listen, that was a good
Transgenders is where racism is.
I'm putting a water hose in this rabbit hole. We got to wrap it up. We're on a hard.
Transgenders is where
Flush 'em
racism
out.
is. Shane.
We're against a hard break. I ain't gonna let you go there. Cue the message.
They gonna let you go.
Don't let
time
me do
has
it.
come.
I'm outside with Shane.
I'm thinking outside the box.
Can I make another white joke? Never mind. I'm not
No,
making another white joke. I'm
absolutely
not.
not.
Q, man, take us out of this
Transitions
thing.
where transgenders
Get us
where
out of this thing
racism
with
is,
some
Shane.
wisdom, Q. What do we got?
Hey, shout out transgenders. God damn. Use your own bathrooms though.
Please.
That's all we say.
That's
I
all
think
we
that's the
saying.
moral of the story.
It is.
Use your own bathroom.
Go over there.
Yeah, go over there. Go over there. Go to the family restroom.
Right. Do that.
All right, so Miss Ursula, we always close out with some words of wisdom, and the true reason why we have you here today is because we want to celebrate women and women of excellence, especially for the month of March, being the Women's March.
That's amazing.
And we've been trying to have more women guests on our podcast because this is really a masculine podcast, and it's good
Yes,
when we
it
have
is.
that feminine energy. It's really good. Like we get excited about
I've
it,
enjoyed it.
to have that,
Especially a woman who'll stand up.
correct
I appreciate
Yeah.
your. I appreciate your
objectiveness,
Candor.
boldness, candor.
all the above. Sure, yeah,
All
yeah,
the
yeah,
above.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that being said, with this being, I'm calling it Women's Month. I don't know if that's the right term for it. The month of March. I would like
I got
you
a few terms for it.
to present some words of wisdom for younger women.
Words of wisdom for younger women.
What could you impart into the youth, younger women?
Can I add a piece of color to it?
Go ahead, Shane.
What do you mean by color, Shane? Because
Oh
we're
my
not going
God.
there.
Oh my!
You gotta
God.
have color to add.
So look, I got color.
Y'all know.
Blanco Beach. Blanco. I'm sorry.
Add that clear to it. Add that clear.
Y'all gonna
I'm
make me
sorry.
talk about polar bears.
Yeah, yeah.
So, did you know polar bears have black skin and that their hair is actually
Oh, Lord,
translucent,
here we go.
but the way it catches the light
my
makes them look white?
That makes sense because black
Yeah.
absorbs light and warmth.
Correct. Yeah, and it helps
Keeps
keep them
them
warm.
warm.
And then the hollow
bears are
hairs
black,
that they
yes,
have
yeah.
insulate them. You know. So there you go. Maybe I'm black underneath. How do you know?
I think you.
If there wasn't a woman here, I'd tell it. I'd go a little.
Hey,
No,
nothing
Shane,
else
no,
has stopped you,
no,
Shane. Go
Shane.
ahead.
So-
I know you got two.
But listen,
I know
when-
you got two measuring sticks. You don't got to tell us about it, dude. Just keep
Tripod.
going. Good.
Two measuring sticks.
So,
Two measuring sticks.
but listen.
Wait a minute.
No, you don't want to go there.
Yeah, I
No,
do.
no, you don't.
When you come
Listeners,
up,
don't you want to know?
when you give us, yeah, well, they
You
all
wanna
want to
know?
know. Trust me when I tell you, they all want to know.
All right.
But listen.
I wear a size 9.5.
As you impart this,
And you figure out the other.
it's not the only reason why I was thinking about giving me a black card. I'm just saying. So, but look, as you think about words of wisdom for a younger woman, think about not only what would you impart to a younger person, but what would resonate with that. What if somebody gave you when you were 20? Would you have taken to heart instead of just let it rush off your
Well,
back.
honey,
like
how
water
much
off a polar bear.
time do we have?
About
But I'm
45 seconds.
I'm going to start with always speak your mind, and always fill your own cup first. Because although women are natural nurturers, sometimes we give more than we receive. And make sure that you're receiving from your source, which is that which is above you, right? Whether you call that source God, universe, your ancestors, your spirit guides. Fill yourself up every day. Fill up your own cup and give other people from your overflow, right? So you're never at a deficit. Always speak your mind. Always stand up for yourself, and always support yourself. Monetarily, financially, emotionally.
Hey, y'all heard it here. Words of wisdom from Ursula. That was beautiful. What really stuck with me was you really do got to fill your own cup up. I find myself operating at a deficit every day because remember, I'm telling you that I watch 2 little boys every day. I'm giving my most productive hours to them.
Yeah.
So when it comes time for me to have to get something done, I have to do it late at night.
Often from a deficit, I bet. Tired.
At a deficit, tired, and I still got to get up the next morning. I told you my youngest, that motherfucker, he want a coffee and a newspaper at 6:00 in the morning. I mean, I always feel like I'm running on E. Watching 2 kids.
So where's your source? How you fill yourself back up? You gotta find it.
Music.
I don't.
You gotta find it.
It's just a motherfucker. Look, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Put your headphones on.
That's how
Play
I come
Alanis
from
Morissette.
the source of I have to do what I have to do. This is my bed I made, and I have to lie in it. That's how men look at it. This the bed I made. I gotta lie in it, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I don't care how tired I am. I gotta make it happen.
Yeah.
But
Words of wisdom.
But I'll fit start thinking about that more.
Yeah.
I really like how
Filling
you
your
say
cup.
fill your own cup
Fill
and
your
give
own
from
cup.
your excess,
And
from your
give from the
overflow.
excess, because I'm always at a deficit.
Help others from your overflow.
Right. Got to.
That's easier said when you single.
Don't hate me in my life.
I'm not.
I love it over here.
Hey.
Oh, that's what I would also tell young women.
Hold on. Throw it out there. Throw it out there, then we go close. Throw it out there, we go close it out. Throw it out there. Throw it out
Don't
there.
have no kids.
Bars. Bars. Fuck them kids. This has been Vendor Chronicles. Peace.